Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because of Jack,
first is
personally.
Jack's the leader. Thanks for being a star.
Buddy was moved out of your channel. Buddy was moved to your channel.
Just when I get here, I'm getting removed. Nice.
You're getting removed? Oh.
Yeah, no
Ellis.
longer being support. Yeah.
Hello?
Do you know Brendan's getting removed?
Yeah, from support. Yeah.
He just told me he's getting removed. Right. Who's removing you?
Even the whole support team getting removed.
Yeah,
I think 3 times. Have fun.
I'm getting removed from support to moderator. You know.
Oh, wow.
And added the tag.
Good joke.
Just
Good
one
joke.
quick
I thought you were gonna say community manager. The Jack.
Community manager's
Jack.
fine too.
Yeah. You ain't getting mod, mate.
Oh.
You're lucky to even get senior support.
Oh, deal.
Just technical support, you know.
Technical. That would be higher than your position now, and I couldn't. What? Do you want to keep going, Jack? We'll keep going if you want. I've
give
had
him
a bottle of
community
cider
honor.
as well, so I'm raring to go, mate.
Bloody hell.
Is somebody cooking noodles? I heard like a wooden spoon hit a pot or something.
No, that's a glass.
Oh, okay.
Let me move that over.
Okay, let's vote, guys. Should I hit Dorson in the face in game?
What game we playing?
Shoot him in the foot.
Shoot him in the foot. Okay, guys. I need some votes.
Here we go.
What are we going to do? Are we going to shoot Dorson? Going to knock him out? Or...
Okay, somebody's gargling on some cum.
That's what she said.
That was hot.
What the fuck is happening?
That's a kick to the nuts, I guess.
Sake, Leo.
Look, basically, I need a new community manager, a new mod, and new SS. Right. So,
SS.
who in game wants to fill them positions up?
I'm taking the moderator
We'll
one.
take
yeah.
Actually, guys, everyone look at Task Force Radio Room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Who would give any of them staff in there?
Poxton.
Dorson.
Dorson.
Yeah,
No,
dog.
not
Dawson.
Dorson. He's fucking. He sounds like he wants to kill himself, like
I think it's
24/7.
over.
That'd be so great in the help room, just like...
Is he
What the
quite a
fuck's
confident
wrong with you
person,
guys?
or is he quite like?
Well,
Dorson would
yeah.
not take staff. He would
No.
just take staff.
No,
He
no,
doesn't
no.
want-
But hold on a sec, right? Ignore staff, right?
Buddy was
A
moved
minute.
to your channel.
Is he a confident person? Like,
mean,
or
sure, yeah.
does he get a bit shy?
he's
No,
not,
shy not.
not really a shy person.
Is he a bit cocky?
Buddy was moved to your
Yeah.
channel.
Is
What
he?
the-
Oh, we need a shy person. Is there anyone knows who's shy?
I think we should give it to Fat Tony
you
just for that
describe
No, no,
avatar.
I,
We give
I
it-
just,
give
no, I
it to
just
Team
want, I just
Melbourne.
want to pull him into a channel with us all and be like, "Hey, man, how you doing?"
Just get
Uh,
Team
uh,
Melbourne. Get Team Melbourne in here. Is he still
Who?
on?
Yeah.
Team
come
Melbourne.
on. Or
No, is he-
Rex George.
Is he in?
Rex George.
Oh, McCab. I remember him.
Oh, not Nick.
Do it.
Yeah,
Who's McCab?
no, not that guy, please.
Cab?
Who is he?
No.
Let's just say,
McKay.
No.
Oh,
Who is it?
I don't know. Don't know him.
Some random guy that joined recently.
Oh,
User was
yeah.
moved to your channel.
hey, McCab.
Hello. I have no
How-
idea where I am.
How you doing?
Hold on.
We got no time.
How you doing, McCab? You alright?
I started. What's up?
You okay?
I don't know. I'm in a car at the minute. Hold on.
Okay, I'll move you back up. Have fun.
User was moved out of your channel.
He sounded a bit like a knob. Right, anyway, right, guys. I think we're all here. How are we all doing? Well, Crit's died, but that's okay. He's on his way home.
Oh.
Yeah, his wallet's on the grass. Right. Anyway, guys. Right. Ellis, do you want to start off with anything? You got anything in your head? What we haven't spoken about today?
Just mainly points to add on to what you were gonna say. So.
All right. Okay. Cool. Right. First thing then, rather important one. This is mainly, well, support and that can take note of it, because if you ever get up into moderating at stages, it's quite important. But obviously, mainly moderators and up. Okay. When in regards to when dealing with situations and stuff like that, some staff, not all staff, but some, it can come across like the way you kind of deal with it has been seen to be, to cut to the chase, a bit shit. Okay, doing the big, like, you know, I'm a staff member, you do as I'm told, well, you do as you're told, and stuff like that. At the end of that, I know sometimes I can be a bit of a cock to some staff at times and things like that, but in regards to the community, whether it's a help room or anything, we still got to try and be a bit more polite, a bit more, you know, we want people to be staying on the community and to recognise our staff team to be not like every other staff team out there, to be staff who actually care. Like I say, it's not everyone, but sometimes like your guard slips a little bit from what I'm told, and you know, doing the big, you know, you're a staff member, and yes, you're dealing with that situation, but you can do it politely, and you don't have to be a dick about it, or you don't have to shout, or you know, stuff like that. Ellis, anything on top of that?
No, not really. I mean, it is just important that, although you are the staff members here, that the players enjoy their experience. They won't enjoy it if they're getting shouted at all the time. So even if someone's done something really, really bad, just try and keep a level head compared to probably them who's going to be raging. But try and keep a level head. Don't be mean to them or anything like that. Just do what what you're good at, without going to their standard, and that is raging and shouting. So you don't need to rage and shout at someone, you just need to kind of keep a level head and be respectful to them at all times.
Because like I understand, you know, some people might push your buttons and stuff like that, but like if you think about it, if they just want to be a dick to you, then at the end of the day, yes, you have probably got more power than them, but you can just be like, alright mate, you're gonna have a cooldown, see you later, and then that's it, job done. No, simple, without any like, you know, kind of without, you don't want to be showing them, you know, that, you know, they're getting to you or stuff like that, because if anything, they'll probably respect you a little bit more. But yeah, it's just sort of just a kind of little bit to think about when actually dealing with situations and stuff, because like especially for moderators, if you want to be going into sort of admin area, then honestly we do look at stuff like that. Like I don't know if he does. I might be wrong, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But for example, I'm going to use Jester. Does he go about screaming and shouting at people? I'm assuming he doesn't, but you know, if I'm wrong, then please tell me. But as far as I'm aware of, you know, he don't. If he's dealing with a situation, he don't go screaming and shouting at people. So you know, that's kind of a bit of food for thought there. And if you do want to progress, then great. That's the way you're going to do. If not, like honestly, I will start looking. If people just want to disregard it and do their own thing and fair, that's fine. But when you get pulled in and we start talking about demotions and stuff like that, don't be surprised. Okay. Does anyone have any questions on that part? No. Oh, lovely. Is everyone still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Okay. Next thing.
Yeah, maybe, Hillman.
Okay.
Whenever you're in sport room, you're trying to be polite and stuff, but whenever the person you're trying to help is being a dick or an ass to you, you're still trying to be polite, but you kind of higher your voice and being less polite. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's more like if you were in, say, if you were, I don't know, you were the victim as such, and you like, I had to put it, the way I'm seeing it, you know, is there are some staff at times who are, the impression they're giving across to community members is, instead of like, you know, I'm a staff member, I'm here to help, and I'll do whatever I can to help in that situation. Sometimes it's coming across as I'm a staff member, you'll do as I'm told when you're told, and that's how it's going to be. And that's not the impression we want. Okay, at times you've got to be stern with people, but again, there's a way of doing that. You know, it don't have to be sort of like the big bolshy staff member, I'll fucking bowl around and do whatever the fuck I want and all that. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not to that extent, but you know, there's two different ways. And even if you've done something wrong, if you see staff who are just dealing with the problem, moving on to the next one without getting upset or having any personal attachment, because then at the end of the day, there should be no personal attachment within the situation with the staff member and the people anyway. Unless obviously staff members are involved, then it becomes, you know, a community manager or that higher. But there shouldn't be a personal attachment anyway. So there's no reason to have the, you know, I'm a staff member, I do, like, you will listen to me, you would do as you're told and all that. And it's quite simple. If you ask them, comp that person, and they're like, fuck no, I ain't doing that, okay then, fair enough. I'll give you one more chance. Or I'm going to have to look into bans or giving you a timeout. And if they're like, yeah, fuck you, whatever. All right then, mate, I'll see you in a day.
Okay.
Have fun. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
having that like, I've always, I used to hear and stuff like that, you know, the staff team at TOL, IOL, ILG, you know, were different to other communities. You know, other communities, they're fucking throw the ban hammer everywhere. Do you know what I mean? You'll get banned for sneezing. You know, I was on one community and they was going to ban me for saying you're gay. Do you know what I mean? Like to me, that's a bit extreme, right? That is extreme. But it's like, it's more so the case of, you know, some situations they can be spoken out and people can talk in a controlled environment. Do you know what I mean? It don't always. This is why, like, to be honest, before, obviously, when we started back on our Arma server, and we had the new mission and that, but obviously Archon wasn't working fully, and well, it was non-existent. Everything was non-existent. Yeah, and the only way of kind of dealing with things at the start was kind of talking it out and trying to, like, give sort of stern warnings and stuff like that. And sometimes that can still be in play. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't always have to result in bans or kick. Well, maybe a kick or two. Do you know what I mean? But that kind of thing. You know, there's different ways of doing it than just jumping on the ban hammer, and that will attract players naturally on itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's clear.
Any more questions anyone's got? Or does anyone disagree with that kind of method? Do they think that we should be, you know, being a dick to everyone and more?
Like, I'm not saying being a dick to everyone is the solution, but you still have to talk to people like you mean what you're saying, like asking them, do you understand, and stuff like that. Like,
you can be stern 100%,
yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to come out as disrespectful in any way.
Yeah,
you can be stern, but there are staff members, okay, and I won't name names, but are doing the big, you know, I'm a staff member, you will listen to what I'm saying, you will do as I'm told. You will do as you're told. You know what I mean? And that ain't, if you went onto a community for the first time and you suddenly got that from a staff member, would you stick around?
Probably not.
No. So there's no reason for us to, you know, we want people to stick around. And well, you've said it yourself, you wouldn't stick around. So then, I'm not saying you would treat someone like that, but then you kind of know, you kind of treat people how you would want to be treated yourself. And being stern, yes, but there's a difference by being stern and just being a dick.
Big difference, yeah.
Yeah, so and again, like the famous saying, you know, treat people as you, like how you would want to be treated. Does anyone else have anything on that? Lovely. Okay, next thing we'll be bringing back out is HTS sessions are going to be starting from, I think we can say, from when we all leave this room for support and SS. Now, I will speak to you guys a little bit more in depth afterwards and things like that. But there's a slight...
Do you mean because of HTS?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean?
Sure. Sorry, just quick question to all support. Did anybody, when they got support, not get told what HTS is?
They'll be explained when I speak to
Oh
them.
no, I'm just wondering. Did anybody
It wasn't
not
to
get
me,
told?
but
Okay, all right.
But
You
yeah,
can keep going. Yeah.
basically, HTS sessions is what we used to use back on Arma 2 to determine whether or not we believed you were ready for moderator. So that's you being in a controlled environment, so being in a help room with a mentor, so another, well, normally a higher member of staff who is a HTS mentor, and you will deal with the situation alongside them. So they'll be watching you, kind of thing, whilst you're dealing with it. Then afterwards, they would give you, say, a points, like a scoring, and then once you reach a certain score, you could get promoted to moderator. Now, we've changed it slightly in terms of any mentors. So I think Roger's a mentor, Benjamin's mentor, Leo's mentor, Crit's a mentor. Sorry if I've forgotten anyone, but you get the drift. If there's a help room, well, I'll explain that anyway in a minute. But basically, what's going to happen is, this is towards the mentors, is everything could be the same apart from the scoring. What it's going to be, you'll still like log the session as it's same sort of template and all that, but we will not be doing, it'll be purely as like feedback. So then it will be a compulsory thing for SS and S to do, but we then can look at that when we look at promoting for moderators to see how they've done, how they've progressed, and then obviously we'll use other factors, not just the HGS, but obviously it will be tweaked and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how we'll be running things from now on. Roger, I don't know if Benjamin's there. Yeah, well, Roger or Benjamin or Leo, do you have any questions on how it's going to be done? Is there anything not clear?
Nope.
No, you're good.
Straightforward.
Yeah. So it's pretty much the same as before, but yeah, well, the scoring only was by the sort of the leader of HTS anyway. But yeah, so okay, cool. Right. On that note, okay. As you can see, well, if anyone's noticed, Christian is no longer head of support anymore, just because of other commitments he may be having coming up, and stuff like that. So he's fine with it. You know, he's not. Well, I spoke to him earlier today, and was like, you know, he had no problems with it or anything like that. Which means we are looking for a new head of support. Which that head of support will be running, will be sort of in charge, so to speak, of HTS. So overseeing the mentors as well, making sure, you know, that kind of thing is making sure it's getting done. Have like employing more mentors as such and stuff like that. So if anyone who is moderator and above would like to have any involvement in that and want to put themselves forward for head of support, then please message myself. Preferably sooner rather than later, because I'd kind of like to get that rolled out before I go off tonight.
wasn't Ryan head of support like back in the day?
Ryan has been head of support before, yes.
Well, it seems then he's experienced with it.
But then there's other members of staff who's been head of support, so it doesn't matter if you're. It doesn't matter if you're like experienced or not. It's if anyone's interested to send me a private message, and then I will have a chat with Ellis before the end of tonight, and we'll go from there. So.
No, it was just what I've seen from back in the day. So.
Okay, cool. Ellis, do you have anything to say on that front?
No, not particularly. Yeah, nothing really.
No, anything else? Oh, something. Sorry, did you have something?
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay. Just quickly, something I want to just bring up because it's been mentioned before. Okay. Promotions. Now, I don't know if anyone's unsure or anything like that. Most staff, especially older staff, should know how it works. But for newer staff and stuff like that, I'll just reiterate myself. Regards to promotions, now at times we will promote blocks of people. Sometimes we do it singly or pairs and stuff like that. Now, if you're new to staff team, we may do 2 or 3 new people at a time.
Joined your channel.
Now, in regards to doing 2 or 3 new people at a time, it can bite us in the arse a little bit because then obviously we have messages now and again saying, why haven't I been promoted? But the other 2 guys have been promoted and I was here at the same time as them. Quite simple. Is basically everyone progresses differently. Not everyone, in an ideal world, everyone will progress the same, but everyone will progress differently, whether that's effort they put in or always in help rooms or, do you know what I mean? So, and yes, at the start, we may bulk it up. You may have 2 or 3 at a time, but as you go through staff, sometimes you even miss a couple of ranks and you get promoted twice. If we've really forgotten about you. But we'll try and do it as fair as we can, but it's never the case of because he's been promoted, you're next for promotion. It's a kind of, when we see fit, we will do it. Okay? But yeah, that's how we've always done things. And to be fair, I think we're a bit more slack than what we used to be when Kraken was running things. Because there was hardly any promotions. But that's just my opinion anyway. But yeah, that's how. And obviously, if anyone has anything to say in regards to promotions, or you hear any complaining or bitching or anything like that, I don't mind people coming to me and asking me why. I'll try and give an honest answer. But what I don't like is if anyone starts, not saying that anyone has, because I haven't heard anyone doing that, but if anyone's like complaining within the staff team, at the end of the day, we're all adults, and I believe it's quite a simple system. And if you've got an issue with it, then maybe you're not in the correct position.
I thought I lost my rank an hour ago.
Hey?
I thought I lost my rank an hour ago. Or 30 minutes ago.
Oh.
But yeah, anyway. What else? Do we have anything? Leo, do you want to add anything? Crit, are you there? Do you want to add anything?
No.
Crit there? Can you hear me?
Oh, Crit's here.
Yo, what do you want,
Crit,
man?
Hey,
Crit,
man.
do you want to add anything?
No, man.
Alright, mute your mic, go back to sleep. Right. As well, we have come to a decision in regards to head of events, and we will be getting in touch with that person after this meeting. After the second half of the meeting, to see if that's still what they want to do. Okay. So yeah, if you've shown an interest in that, expect to be having a response tonight. And yeah, okay. Okay. Lovely. Anything else? Anything? No, I think that's everything. So I guess moderators, admins, super admins, you may leave. Remember, if you do want a chance at head of support, then make sure you message me like within the next sort of half hour or not. That's for any of you guys, but yeah, obviously other people off and stuff like that. But okay, cool. But yeah, you guys can like go.
Piss
And,
off.
Yeah,
Piss off,
the
yeah.
the support and senior support, you may stay.